Originally, I was gonna take this pile of to the middle of the desert and smash it, but turns out there's some places that actually recycle old equipment. So I guess assuming so, Marina lives another day. Goodbye, you piece of f***ing Walmart brand piece of shit. Piece of shit. Be the perfect time to find a new suit or a new shirt to wear at these events. How much is it? $60 originally, but it's $30. Oh, what the heck? This makes me look like Elvis. Now, I'm not a big fan of Elvis Presley, but I do respect the music. You know, I made a joke about the whole Elvis Presley thing years ago when that Austin Butler movie came out. And believe me, I feel horrible about it because I freaking started listening to more and more Elvis Presley through like Christmas or just in general. And he's not that bad of a musician. He's actually pretty freaking fire. Man, I dealt with this company for over 10 years. And recently, their router decided to take a shit on me. They wouldn't take it back. We canceled our contracts with them. They wouldn't give us our money back for a broken down piece of equipment. You know what I'm thinking? At least the good thing about this vehicle is it comes with a 4-wheel drive package and it's probably gonna need a wash later. But at least for the better good, we can get rid of my demons with something that the old internet company, they didn't want back. They didn't want to give us our money back for. You know, they didn't want their router back that was over 10 years ago. And with Everfree Northwest 2025 coming up soon, I'm just not feeling it for this year. I want to release my demons. Well, back to the realm of hell with you. Go say hello to everybody else that's passed on in the past 10 years you lived, you psychotic. Man, it's been over 10 years since I've been to this place. Last time I was here was the opening night of Rio 2 over 10 years ago. That was when Blue Sky Studios was still in business and Disney wasn't a bunch of f***ing money-hungry dickheads like they are now. You guys want to know what the worst part is? After I lost my job at Regal Cinemas, I tried to get a job here and I was submitting resumes at this place and putting in applications. They didn't even bother giving me a shot at this place, even though I had like 3 years worth of experience, but yet they'll get bought out by a f***ing church. Churches don't pay taxes. I pay taxes. So you guys are f***ing stupid. Out of all the years that I've written emails to this place, I've never had a response that was so beautifully written, it was like Shakespeare had freaking written it. Yeah, I'm being dead serious. Because most of the emails I had gotten was like, yeah, okay, we took care of this issue. Or, oh, you want to vent about this? That's your problem. Not one that is actually like, you know, we actually care about you and we hope that you have a good time and hope that it doesn't change your perspective on our event. I'm being dead serious. Like, ever since that one situation where that guy told me to shut the up, I never looked at this event the same. And I've always had this, like, strange problem of just having issues with some people at this place. And the board of directors, I kid you not, he emailed me in the most, like, angelic way possible. And I think it's just beautiful. I couldn't help but mention it in this video. It's just so freaking beautifully written that it's like Vincent van Gogh just busted his ass all over his paintings again. I'm not going to discuss on what happened with the email. It's a personal issue. But the way that this board of director dude had written this, it made me feel like I was back home in San Francisco. Like, I kid you not. Back at the event in San Francisco, I had a lot of people, you know, treating me as their own and treating me like family and inviting me to the dinner tables and staff member parties and it was great. Like, I've never felt such hospitality like that. And so the way that this guy read it almost felt so close to like what that was. Goodbye, old friend. He started off by saying, "Hello, friend," which is freaking crazy. And then he talks about the issue and says, "Even if posted by a well-meaning individual such as yourself," which That is some big ass, crazy ass words that coming from the board of directors when discussing a potential issue with a potential staff member slash vendor slash attendee slash whatever the f he is, that may have seemed to have a little bit of an attitude problem. And then he also said, I hope you don't feel unwelcome by this sort of interaction, given the fact that not everybody is going to have a positive response on every post you make. Regardless, I trust we can all move forward towards meeting up at Everfree Northwest 2025 and having the best convention ever. That bottom part right there, where he said, I hope you don't feel unwelcome by this sort of interaction, that was like the type of shit that I was talking about the whole situation, where it made me feel like I was back in SF again, because that means that some crazy shit might be happening. And like some guy on the last video I posted like 5 days ago, he said to chill about it. But dude, this is like our second time back, and this is already pointing out that some things might be happening. I think this dude might be one of those many people that was unaccounted for when I talked about all the friendships that might be growing, that something might work out. As for the best year ever, who am I to judge? I mean, when I was last there 2 years ago, we had a situation where I was just losing my mind because of how crazy it was. Let's kick some ass, old friend. But this year, I'm not feeling it. At least not yet. But maybe, you know, as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Maybe I'm just assuming too much shit. But you know what? Maybe things have changed since the last time we've been there. It could go well. It could go poorly. I mean, we've dealt with our fair share of shitty events. And we've also dealt with our fair share of unforgettable ones.
I was actually sitting at the same table with all these Netflix celebrities having coffee and dinner with them, dude.
I had such a fucking blessed time, and we're only halfway through the venue. Like, literally, look at this. You guys remember how I talked about contributing $3,000 to a non-profit organization? There's one of these with my name written all over it. So, I mean, it could go either way.